Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Real Estate with Sam. If you're new here, I'm Sam. I'm a husband. I'm a father to 3 wild animals that I call kids, a retired Marine, and now a real estate agent with eXp Realty right here in Eastern North Carolina. I specialize in helping military families and investors make smart real estate moves near Camp Lejeune, Marine Corps Air Station New River, and Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point. Today, we're tackling a question I hear all the time. Well, maybe not all the time, but I do hear it quite often. And that question is, should I rent or should I buy when I move to Camp Lejeune? If you're PCSing here to Camp Lejeune, you're probably wondering whether it's worth it to just buy a home or just to rent while you're here until your next set of orders come through. And I get it. I have been there. When I moved to California, I wasn't planning on being there that long, and I knew I was probably going to get promoted while I was there and have to move anyway, so I decided to rent for the short period of time that I was there. But let's go ahead and break it down, the pros, the cons, and the financial benefits of both options. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more advice while you're navigating your move to or from Eastern North Carolina. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments or just shoot me a text. My contact information is down below in the description, and that is a direct line to me. All right, let's get started. Should I rent or buy? First, let's talk about numbers. If you're renting a home near Camp Lejeune, you're looking at anywhere between $1,500 to $2,500 a month for a decent 3 or 4 bedroom place, depending on the location and amenities. That's about $18,000 to $30,000 per year straight into the landlord's pockets. That's money that you'll never see again. Now, if you buy a home using a VA loan, which by the way requires 0 down payment, your mortgage on a similar home might be around $2,000 to $2,200 per month. That's including taxes and insurance. But here's the difference. When you own, a portion of your mortgage payment builds equity. That's called your mortgage pay down. On top of that, home values in Eastern North Carolina have steadily increased over time. That's adding more equity on your home. Plus, you can rent out your home when another set of orders come in and you end up PCSing and turn it into an investment. So that BAH that you've been receiving, you can either recoup it when you sell or you can turn it into cash flow. But the question is, when does buying make sense? Because it's not for everybody. Buying makes the most sense if you're 1, planning on being stationed here for at least 2 to 3 years, or 2, you're comfortable with basic home maintenance or at least hiring someone for it, or 3, you want to use your BAH, basic allowance for housing, to build wealth instead of paying rent. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but Sam, what if I get orders in 2 years? Here's the play. When you PCS, you have options. You can either 1, sell the home. If the property values go up, you cash out and walk away with a profit so you're able to recoup a lot of your BAH. Or 2, you can turn it into a rental. And then now it's an investment property that keeps earning rental income while the home is still building equity through mortgage paydown and appreciation. So that other person that decided they needed to rent is now paying rent to you, and that is paying your mortgage. That's money in your pocket. Eastern North Carolina has a strong rental market thanks to the constant flow of military families moving in and out of the area. That means good tenants and steady rental income if you ever need to move. However, on the flip side, renting may be a better option if 1, you're only going to be here for less than 2 years. It doesn't make sense at that point to buy. I mean, you can buy, but you may end up breaking even at that point. So if you're going to be here for less than 2 years, it may not make sense for you to buy. It may make more sense for you to rent. Number 2, you don't want to have to deal with maintenance, taxes, or homeowner responsibilities. Yes, having those responsibilities also affords you a lot of freedom in what you can do to the home, but maybe you just don't want to deal with that while you're here. Maybe you're going to be constantly deploying or you're constantly gone, and the other party, your spouse or whatever, they're the ones that's going to have to deal with that. And maybe you just don't want to deal with that. So that's another good choice of when it would make sense to rent. Number 3, you have uncertain future plans, such as transitioning out of the military. Are you going to retire and move away? Maybe you're executing these orders to the area and this may be your last set of orders. It may not make sense if you're going to be here. Again, going back to that number 1 point of only going to be here for less than 2 years. Maybe you're planning on executing orders and then a year later you're smitten for retirement and you're planning on moving out anyway. So it may not make sense at that point. Or 4, your debt to income ratio is too high to get approved for a loan. Renting does give you a lot more flexibility in the sense that you do not need to worry about selling or managing the property when you leave, such as like maintenance and things like that. If you're only passing through the area and don't want to commit, renting might be the stress-free move for you. At the end of the day, the best choice depends on your goals and your current situation. If you want to build wealth, turn your BAH into an investment, and have long-term plans, then the option is clear, it's to buy. But if you need flexibility and don't want to worry about maintenance or other homeowner responsibilities, your best option is probably to rent. But if you're on the fence and you need some expert guidance, let's talk. I've helped plenty of service members navigate this decision, and I can break down what works best for your situation. We'll go over the numbers, side-by-side comparisons, and everything like that so you can make the best decision. All right, that is a wrap. If this helped you out, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Let me know, are you on team rent or on team buy? Or maybe you're undecided. I can help you. And of course, if you're PCSing to Camp Lejeune, Marine Corps Air Station New River, or Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point, and need help finding a home, reach out to me. My contact information, again, is in the description below. That is a direct line to me. See you in the next video.